Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, we've got a really nice looking desert map today. A very nice looking desert map today. It's Friday, of course, which means today's map was voted in by the BonBonB buddies over on Patreon. And it was a fairly runaway winner this week as well. It was requested by Tommy, and it's a map that has a very definable, deliberate problem, which makes my rating of it going to be very difficult, because if the deliberate problem is deliberate, do I have to mark it down anyway? Because it's clearly intended. We'll get to that when we get to it. But before we get to that, we have to get to this first. That's right, hitting the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Santo Del Mar, California by ZanderTheMander. This is a fictional map based roughly on a real life locations, multiple locations. There's your start square. That's not the flattest of lands, is it? It's not the flattest of lands. We'll look at that in a lot of detail later. Then you've got terrain heights, which is, there's definitely flat land in there to play with, which is good, and hills is for the hilly player, nice. The resources, very aesthetic, very, very aesthetic. A lot of time gone into those ravines, and then your fishing looks like this, for those people that care about such things, which I don't, but there you go. Off to the workshop. What do you need? A few bits and pieces today. Mass transit, park life, and industries. Apparently. I'm not going to argue. Then we've got a whole list of things. We're using Al's Los Angeles theme today, and the Reaper Realistic Final LUT, and then a few trees and shrubs and airport roads and stuff. I don't know if we need the unlimited tree mod. I would say no, you don't need it for this one, but maybe. I mean, it's always a good mod to have. You know, you can't go wrong with it. It's not going to kill your game, but I don't feel that this map is really splashed with so many trees you really desperately need it. Maybe you do. I've not counted them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, maybe. Okay, now the roads look really... In fact, the standards in this map are really quite high indeed. But the one thing we didn't look at in the description is something that's been deliberately omitted from today's map. You'll spot this when we get to it. Yeah, you don't need my help with this. Nice little bridge there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you won't need my help in spotting the deliberate omission from the map. For me, it's kind of a game breaker. Well, it's very much a game breaker, but it's a deliberate omission. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Now, was it a question of the creator didn't have the ability? I doubt that. Looking at what I see here, I see somebody who has the ability. Was it to give us the option? Was it to add gameplay? Well, if it is, it's not one for a vanilla player. It is for a modded game. But that kind of needs to be pushed into this, because if you're loading this as a standard vanilla rules player, you'll load up the game and you'll wonder why everything is broken, and you'll have spent hours, like, well, depending on your system, whether you're loading screen mod and whatever, but you know, you'll have spent some minutes loading this up, only to be sorely disappointed. Sorely disappointed. And that makes me sad. I was going to say angry. That makes me angry. That makes me sad, because I've been that player in the past. Yeah, we've all been that player in the past, where we've waited ages for a map to load and struggled with it, and struggled with it maybe because it was a hard map to play on, or just because we were inexperienced. This map is going to be impossible unless you know that it's going to be impossible, and I'm telling you it's going to be impossible. As a vanilla rules player, this map is a no-go area. 81 tiles, unlock, do some work to the map yourself. Why? Because none of the intersections have been put in. This is your start square intersection, like that, which means you'll have no traffic going into your start square. Well, it's a bit more than that, I'll tell you. Because if you follow this road in towards the start square, you will notice we dead end right about here. Okay? Which means that actually your start square, which is, remember it was in the hills, up there in them hills over there, there's actually no connection into the start square at all. There's that little windy bit of road on the left there, a little bit there, but that doesn't connect either. I'm telling you now, nothing connects. It's very scenic though, and very pretty. And we have an asset, because we're in the start square. It's the Grow+RICO Tour Mondor Argenteuil, maybe, France, by Alexgazz. Lovely, lovely looking building. Growable and ploppable as well. Very, 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 very nice indeed. And factoids, because factoids. On today's date, the 17th of April, the budget speech, which is the money speech in the United Kingdom, you know, where the big guy with the big red box opens it up. Anyway, on this day in 1956 saw the introduction of the premium savings bonds into Britain. The machine which picks the winning numbers is called ERNIE, an acronym standing for Electronic Random Number Indicator Equipment. Oh, how much fun. It was the original National Lottery, wasn't it? Talk more about that in a moment, I guess. Grow+RICO Tour Mondor Argenteuil, yeah, France, by Alexgazz. Today's asset of the day. Yeah, they're premium bonds. Let's see if we can find roads. Right, back to that highway. Right, okay, so you'll probably spot some missing, and they're clearly terrained out for these intersections. Look, this is your next intersection. Yeah, okay. So I don't understand why we don't have them. I don't understand. Yeah, for anybody not in the United Kingdom, the premium saving bond is like a lottery, but it's a savings lottery. Right. Oh, and again, another beautiful intersection there. So what happens is you buy your $10 worth, your £10 worth of premium bonds or whatever, and your number goes into the hat. And every month they draw a whole bunch of numbers, and you can win a life-changing amount of money. It goes off to the edge of the map over here. But of course, it's a savings. Basically, a win is effectively interest. And you can, the rail's very nice, by the way, got to say, rail's very nice. But you can take your money back out. So if you don't win after 50 years, that £10 is yours to get back out. It's a clever little thing. And of course the fascination with ERNIE back in the day when computers were young and new and whatever. Very nice rail. Not very exciting, but very nice. Very, very nice indeed. And we've made it to the intermission time. So I'll pass you over to me, and then we'll come back for a little bit of shipping. Do you reckon there'll be shipping on this map? And we're back to Santo Del Mar, California by ZanderTheMander. We have shipping with right-angled turnings. Yeah, that's the best kind of turning for a ship, isn't it? And it goes off to the edge, but not to the edge of the map over here. We bend around and we're hanging in there. And we're heading up. Yeah, this is based on multiple locations in California, Los Angeles and San Diego and whatever. And you'll recognise various bits like this little Venice kind of area from LA, and yeah, it's a nicely designed map in terms of design. Water flow, we don't really have any water flow in the start square, but we do have two separate ponds, you know, in the reservoir there, so you can draw from one and pump into the other, and it won't be a problem. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Let's just check the main bit of coast for water flow, just in case you are bothered by that. No, it's not really any. It's not really, but it's not start square. But just in case you wanted to change the start square to there, then there's your option. There's your little Venice kind of area, little canals kind of place. That's really the aesthetics on this map are really nice. Okay, considering it's completely fictional and designed, it's quite nicely done. The only thing that's bothering me really is the lack of network infrastructure. I mean, there's already a lot of it in place. It's almost like a converted save game. Because look, we've got these little elevated sections here as well. Again, ready for a nice little... And you've got the bridge placement in place there as well. And the ready-made intersection. There were roads here, weren't there? There were definitely roads here. Airport there. Nice. The question is it because Zander just didn't feel that his intersections were up to it? I don't know and I don't understand. All I can say is, if you take on this map, it's... I think the best way to describe this, this is a nice little area. Very nice. Have a lot of fun with that. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a half-finished map. You've got to go in and you've got to finish the job yourself, and not even as part of the game playing process of buying the tile and then finishing it. No, you've got to finish it and then play it, which you could say is gameplay potential. You could be, but I've got to rate this thing on the vanilla rules, the standard, not the standard, not vanilla rules, standard rules. I know what I'm talking about, even if you don't. Anyway, what do you think of this map? Forget about my ratings. What do you think? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. What do I think? No, I don't think it will, but I think you'll penalise it for the intersections. But let's talk about ratings. Aesthetically, it's very nice. You can't go far wrong anyway with Al's theme and Reaper's Lut. It's always going to look sharp and crisp and on point, but you still got to do a lot of work, and a lot of work has been done well. I'm going to give this a good 4 stars. Detailing. What detailing I see is of a good standard. It's kind of 4 stars, except for there's not really enough of it, so high 3 stars. Unfinished intersections, gotta drop it down to 2 stars. It's 2 stars for detail, but it's not, because it's better than that. Gameplay potential. Under standard rules, as I rate this as a standard player, it's unplayable. Yes, you know in advance what you've got to do. It's fine. You can do what you like with it, but it is an unplayable map under the current conditions. It's 1 star for gameplay. Santo Del Mar, California by ZanderTheMander. I'll say ZanderTheMander. ZanderTheMander. I mean, basically, if we had the intersections in place on that map, that is seal of approval right through and through. Because the intersections would have been of a good standard. It's a very, very nice map. I probably would change the start square, though. But even with that start square, I probably would have gone seal of approval, because it's got a lot going for it. And your expansion out of that awkward little hilly area would have been really very nice indeed. Anyway, long story short, we've got another map tomorrow. Join me for that one. Thanks for watching. I've been BonBonB. You've been very, very welcome.